Uh, Getting guys healthy, that was the number one goal. We want to make sure we got guys healthy. Obviously, get work in, do things to get us better, but trying to get guys back. We'll see what their status is as we go through the week, but feel good about it. Feel good about where Cole is. We'll see where they are. We'll see where Jimmy is. We'll see where Jay Sean is. But feel like we're in a positive place with all of them, and feel like we'll just keep getting more guys healthy. And then the guys that we're playing, you're in. We're getting into game 10 of the season. Everybody's got something, some bruise, nick, something. So keeping those guys healthy and getting them, feeling them, getting their bodies back was important for us.
And when do you think the earliest Justice could be back?
That's week to week. We'll see.
On the left, Isaiah.
He actually just took mine.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to Chris.
Got him.
Rod and Hogan Hansen and those guys.
Yeah, same. Hogan feels like could be this week, could be next week, but we'll take it day by day on Hogan, and same thing with Rod.
Do you have conversations with guys who haven't played 4 games yet about potential red shirts, and how has the game changed in that respect about with NIL and being able to convince them that maybe that might be their best option?
Yeah, I mean, I think also with the other piece of that is how we've recruited and how well we think we've recruited and the guys we've brought in. Some of these guys might not be here for 5 years. I think there's some talent pieces that when you recruit high-level players and you bring in high-level players that they might not be here for 5 years where the old school thought is you come and you develop them, and we still want to do that. And there might be some guys that we have to do that with, and they're not ready. But those talks are real. We have them with everybody individually, and I've had them already about some guys. Should I redshirt? I want a redshirt, and all those. It's individual basis, so we'll have those, and we're very open and honest with them.
And the same thing with like the veterans, like who have been here that maybe have been banged up.
Yeah, 100%, same thing.
Front left there, John.
Kind of indicated that Jordan Marshall is almost built for November football in the Midwest. Can you expand on that a little bit?
I mean, he's from that state that we all know of, but he was the Ohio State Player of the Year, so he's played in this type of weather, been through it. But it's his mentality, it's his mentality and how he runs. He's a physical runner, and you can see it from the first game he ever played when he played down there in the rain in Tampa, and he just got better with more carries, and how he's built, how he works, how he studies the game is just kind of. He's a back that in November he's going to thrive, So we're just excited for him, excited to see what he continues to do, but also excited for the other guys in the room and let them get their opportunity as well because he can't carry the ball 40 times a game, or we want to limit those carries as much as we can, but we're going to allow him to be who he is.
On the right here, Tony.
Yeah, it was almost exactly this time last year when you came off bye, played Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
I think really that was probably the most comprehensive game of the year. I guess what allowed you to do that at the time, and how does this bye week feel?
It feels a little bit the same, but not because we were at a different place. We were at a different place as far as what we were playing for, and felt really proud of the team coming off that bye week last year because they played at a really high level throughout the rest of the year, and the pride that we took in the position we were in. But it's different now. We're playing for a lot more, and the urgency is at an all-time high in the program. The urgency with me, with the coaches, with the players is at an all-time high to make sure that we're prepared. And because when opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare, right? So you gotta go attack it right now. And I feel like our guys are doing that. So I feel like the bye weeks are just different than they were last year. This bye week and last year's bye week is different, but hopefully the outcomes are the same.
And then just more on being 7-2. You were saying it after the game, like there are a ton of programs that would love to be in this spot. I guess What is the juice like in the building, knowing everything is still out in front?
A lot of juice. They are chomping at the bit. They're going to be chomping at the bit to go out to practice today. They've been chomping at the bit yesterday when they came in the building, and we're chomping at the bit. Coaches are. So the energy is high, the juice is high, the urgency is high, and we're just going to keep it that way.
Left, Clayton.
9 games in with TJ Metcalf as nickel and some safety. Like, what do you like about what he's done so far, and then what does he continue to work on?
Physicality, just continue to see that. The physicality piece is huge. He's a great tackler in space, vocal leader. But, work on, same thing everybody else is trying to work on, being consistent and everything. He's but he's done a great job for what we've asked him to do in these situations, and he keeps doing it.
Off the field, or kind of just in personal moments, like what are him and his brother like? It seems like they're serious all about football.
They are. I mean, they've got great personalities, but they're quiet kids. They don't say too much unless you ask them some questions or you get around them. But they're always together. A little less together now because they got class. So some guy might be at this class, might be at this class. They might have the same class, but they're great kids to be around. Very quiet, very humble.
Coming back to Isaiah.
Were there any, since it was the bye week and you guys usually look at it as opportunity week, were there any younger players that you feel took a big stride or that we maybe haven't seen as much that we could see down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we had so many young players where this was different last year. You know, we took that chance to see how many more young players we can get. We got 6 freshmen starting on offense, playing 7 or 8. We got freshmen starting all over. So you kind of already know which freshmen are going to play, and you already know which guys have had an opportunity. So it was just sharpening their toolbox and sharpening their skills to see who's going to help us more and more consistently throughout the year.
In the back right, Dennis.
With Underwood, could you give me pros and cons of him taking snaps from under center as opposed to taking the majority of them from shotgun?
I mean, it's, you know, the gun, the under center and pistol are the same, except it's 3 yards of difference, right? Because you're going to turn your back to the defense on a play action pass or naked on both of those. So, you know, we're working both. We're working all of them. The pros in under center are you not giving your tell from the defense from a pass run standpoint per se based on where the back location is, because the back location is the same. When it's a play action pass, you've got to get the depth in the pocket and you're on your back to the defense, but that's also a con because then you turn your back to the defense for a longer amount of time. So there's pros and cons for everything, but we're doing a good job of self-scouting to make sure we've got a good balance of both.
How would you say his bye week went, and how's his attitude and the belief with the coaches and players?
Oh, his attitude's great. His attitude's outstanding. He was already in here this morning, so he's locked in. He's ready to go. Belief in the coaches and players are great, and he's, you know, we all believe in him. He believes in us. He believes in himself, and we're just going to continue to roll.
Over on the right here, Aaron.
Knowing that you guys probably need to win these next 3 games to get to where you want to go, what's the message to the players and the team about maybe not looking ahead or not losing?
Yeah, win today. If they've watched the film, they know that we're playing a really good team. It's nothing to, you know, you don't got to make anything up. You don't got to say anything. This team's a really good football team. They're well coached. They're tough. They're physical. They don't really beat themselves. They play at a high level. They play with great intensity. They're well coached, but they execute in all 3 phases. So it's going to be a great challenge for our team, and it's going to be a physical battle. You know, up front, their O-line is really good. They play well together. Their D-line plays physical. Guys get open. They've got good skill players. Quarterback does a good job distributing the ball. The running back is as good as we've seen. So we know it's going to be a great challenge. So the guys, we can't look ahead to anybody else.
You guys have played in some unique venues this year. Wrigley Field is another one. What's your thoughts on playing a baseball stadium? Something that you guys have?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's a historic venue. We're really excited about going there. But again, it's just the place we're playing. You know, we can't really worry about that too much. We talked about it and showed them what it looks like, but you know, we got to go play football on a blade of grass.
Charles.
Yeah, what did you see from Bryce in the passing game during the 5 weeks? Was there anything specific that you focused on?
Just in general, just spacing, timing. It wasn't just Bryce. You know, a passing game is a collective, holistic thing. It's not just the quarterback and his feet and what he's doing, but it's also the receivers, the tight ends, the skill players, the protection. So all those things, cleaning up all those little things to make the whole thing work is really what we worked on.
And then how is Evan's recovery going?
It's going well. We'll see what he looks like. I don't know what the timetable is exactly week to week, what it looks like, but I know he's walking around, moving around, so we'll see how he goes as we go through the weeks. Yep, thank you.
Back left there, Alejandro.
On a couple bigger picture program things, there are reports that Big Ten is pursuing private capital, and Michigan is one of the couple schools opposed to it. Are you involved in those conversations in any way? Your thoughts on it?
I mean, yeah, I'll be involved, but like right now, I got to focus on this game and this team. Like there's a lot of other people in the university that can handle those conversations for right now. They want me to focus on this, so I'm going to just keep focusing on this game, and this is the most important game of the year, so got to go attack this one.
And then the Germany game that was proposed and now isn't happening. I guess what some of the feedback you've heard when that proposal was announced and thoughts on it no longer happening?
Mixed. It was both. Like some people, oh, wish we could have went to Germany. Glad we're not going to Germany because now we got 8 home games. So it's like either way. Some of our players like to fly. Some of them don't like to fly. So it was wasn't really a big deal in the building, especially. Players just play where they want to play. So excited to be back in the home stadium for that 8th game.
On the left, Anthony.
We talked a little bit about Jordan Marshall's workload and maybe wanting to limit that a little bit. How much do you guys feel like you could put on Jasper Parker to do a little bit more? Where is he at in his development?
Yeah, he's in a great place. Keeps getting better and better. Him and Bryson Cootsdale, you'll see both those guys on Saturday. Both those guys will get a chance to carry the ball and protect and do different things because you got to keep it balanced. You can't just have them in there run the ball, then they're in there, they just scream out run. So they'll both be in there to do a couple things to help take the load off of Jasper, off of Jordan. And they've done a really good job throughout the week. Coach Alfred and Coach Jackson do a great job of coaching them. They coach them hard. They push them. So we'll see more of them as we go through the week.
In the back right, Angelique.
I was going to ask you about the backs also behind Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe maybe Bryson's, what his technique is and what his style is?
Yeah, he's got he's probably the second fastest behind Justice, if not close to his speed. He's a fast dude, man. I would love to see him get out in open space and see what happens, see if anybody can catch him, because I don't know if they will. But he hit some of those runs in the last game. I think he only had like 4 or something carries, but he hit him hard. He hit him physical, ran as physical as we've seen him run. I was really proud of how he ran in that game, especially when you know it's a run and you got to stop the run. And he ran downhill, he ran fast, he ran physical. So, and he can make people miss. So it'll be interesting to watch him in the game because it's always different in practice to see guys execute. But I was really proud of how he played.
I meant to ask you this a couple weeks ago. I think on the radio broadcast a few weeks ago, it said you called Nick Saban to talk to him about what.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I try to call him probably every 2 months, a month. When you call Coach Saban, sometimes it's like you don't know if he really wants to talk to you, but he does. Like once he starts talking, it's outstanding. And I mean, why not take advice from somebody who you consider probably the go to college football? I try to call some of the mentors, some of the people that I look up to throughout months, throughout weeks. I talked to Jim last week. Congrats to him on the win last night. I know he was happy about that. Just getting different advice, different things. We were talking about the travel, but also just talking about in general, as a football program, things that he looked at, things that he tried to change or not change and tried to adjust throughout the year. So I'd be a fool not to seek the advice of somebody like Nick Saban if I could.
In the front right here, Andrew.
Sherrone, I know you talked about Wrigley. It's still just about the football game, but are you a baseball fan? Will you care at all being there? And are there any logistical things that need to change with just the
I'm not a huge baseball fan. No offense to the sport. I just never really. I played Little League baseball, All-Star by the way, and then I stopped. Wasn't good enough after that. Didn't think I was going to be good enough, and just didn't want the time with the travel and all that. But I got a lot of respect for baseball players. But the venue will be cool. The venue will be awesome to play in. Logistically, I know the locker room is a little different, and the walk, I guess, is a little bit like Rutgers, where you got to walk up a ramp and go a little farther. So that'll be something we have to handle, but that's not going to be a big deal for us.
Tony.
Yeah, just another question about Northwestern. I mean, fighting for a bowl berth, they seem much improved. What really stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, everything. You start on offense, Stone, the quarterback, he does a good job. He just transferred from SMU, played a lot of football, was highly touted out of high school. I know he played in Dallas. Does a good job distributing the ball to those receivers. They got the transfer from South Dakota, I think South Dakota State. He's a really good player. And up front, I'm just telling you, their O-line works really, really well together. They're big, they're physical, and they're all older. They're grads and one redshirt freshman. So they all play physical. They all play well together. And that back, number 5, man, he's good. He's a really good player. He's got great vision, great speed. Defensively, they just do a good job rallying the football. They play great 3 layers of football, right? The front plays good together with the linebackers and the back end. and they just don't make mistakes. You know, you've got to execute at a high level to go beat this team, and you know, that's the goal. That's what we got to go do. So they do a good job playing together.
They seem content to just kind of block 3, 4, 5 yards at a time. How do you guys think about that defensively? Do you like the idea of how many times you're going to have to put consecutive plays to beat you? Or
yeah,
is that
no, I don't want them to have any plays. I want them to have 0 plays, 0. But we understand that's the type of offense that they are, and we just got to be physical. The D line's been challenged, the linebackers have been challenged. Everybody understands what type of game it's going to be, and we've got to match the physicality and really oversee that.
Austin?
One more question about Wrigley. Do you guys talk to other programs that have played there? Will you do like a walkthrough on Friday to be able to sort of get the dimensions of the field?
No, I mean, I've had some conversations, but don't want to make that too much of a big deal. The biggest thing will be the wind. We'll be seeing how the wind is in Chicago and what way that's traveling, which way that's going, because that'll, you know, alter and change what you do a little bit from how you attack their defense and offensively what they're going to do. So that's the thing we're going to have to definitely be not concerned about, but have an eye for.
And then you guys recruit a lot in the Chicago area, a lot of Michigan fans
Yeah.
in Chicago. You speak to the opportunity to play in that city.
Yeah, I think it's been great. You know, being in Chicago, I know there's a lot of I spent a lot of time, even when I was at Central, that was like my main area. I stayed in the north side all the way down to the south side of Chicago. I would spend weeks and weeks in Chicago and Illinois, and you know, it's gonna be cool to be there, and I hope we got a lot of fans there. It'd be great to have the great support from the Michigan Nation, Michigan fans at Wrigley Field. So it'll be fun.
On the right, Zach?
You talk about the youth of the program and also just redshirt conversations, and a lot of the secondary is a group that you have been able to play a lot of those young guys.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think a guy like Zeke Berry and his leadership is helpful when you have a bunch of people kind of mixing in different positions, especially when they're young?
Yeah, it's been outstanding. Zeke's been great. Zeke's played really good these past couple games as well, and his leadership has definitely taken over him, Jair. Another guy that, you know, people don't really talk about is Caleb Anderson. He's an older guy that's played a lot of football, and a lot of the guys lean on him, along with Rod, obviously, because he's played so much football. But Zeke's done such a great job, and he's playing at a really high level for us.
Ryan?
Well, when you say urgency is at an all-time high, I guess what does that look like behind the scenes?
I can't tell you that, Ryan. I mean, just the guys are on they're on it. They're on P's and Q's of everything they do, meetings, practice, how they tie their shoes, how the locker room looks, just every detail. They want to make sure it's right, and you know, we want to make sure it's right, because those are the things that help you win the game. You know, it's the how. It's not the what. It's the how. And we got to continue to emphasize that. And you know, that was the message yesterday in the team meeting. That was the message as we've gone through practice. And you know, it wasn't as physical as a practice yesterday on purpose, but the speed was what we wanted to be, and we'll just ramp it up as we go through the week.
And do you anticipate any changes to the special teams units after the bye?
No, we'll see. We'll just keep working, put the best personnel in the places we need to be, and we'll continue to attack it.
I have an urgency to finish this press conference. I'm giving you guys way too much time with Coach.
There you go, Dave. Christmas gifts for Dave after.
Chris?
McCauley and Klein looked like they were banged up last game. Are they going to be okay?
Yeah, they'll both be good.
All right. And then with the special teams, what in particular did you stress in the bye week to improve that?
Yeah, same thing. Get back to the basics. You know, tackling in space, running down, being physical, controlling your lanes, because that's what it's all about, and then making great decisions in the returning game. So those will be the things that we really attacked.
Last question.
What's your connection with Nick Saban?
So Coach Poggi was obviously really close with him, and one day I was like, you know, I'd love to get in touch with him, and I can't remember when this was. This might have been like, oh, I know when it was. It was after the Rose Bowl. So he really didn't want to talk to me after that. But we connected in that February, I think, when I first got the job, and we talked a little bit. And I remember him talking about, you know, I really didn't like you guys' game plan against us. You guys shifted and motioned every play. It was annoying. And I was like, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. But I've just, as much as I could, try to get as much information from him as possible, and that's really where the connection's grown.
And Lamar G. Garcia, He's had an interesting journey. Now, what value has he brought to the quarterback room since he got here?
Yeah, great value. I mean, he just works his tail off. He's such a great human being, great kid, and he's played in so many different arenas and venues and places and colleges, so it helps those guys get a different perspective.
Did you see Biff and Nick's conversation?
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious. I told them they need a podcast.
Are you sure
On that
Sam's
note.
not trying to sabotage you?
No, I don't think so.
Coach is gonna go do his podcast.
Yeah, unless we're playing Alabama.